Good morning, Cedar Park. Joining me today is Aiden Cox, a reoccurring lead playing Buddy in the theater department's production of Elf. Aiden, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
Okay, so to start off, this isn't your first role, right?
Not quite, yeah.
Yeah, so how many roles, I know you've done theater for a very long time.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing theater?
So I've been doing theater since 4th grade, so I was about 10, so at this point, 8 years.
Wow. And
I've been kind of circulating around.
yeah, and so how many roles have you had in high school?
Okay, at Cedar Park High School, I've done 7 roles. Starting freshman year, I was the monster in our one-act play, and then since then, mostly musicals.
Yeah, so musicals have been your main
Yeah.
thing, right? And so you were in the musical last year too, right? And you were the lead again. So you played Edward Bloom, right?
Yes.
And now you're Buddy the Elf. And so I'm wondering, of all the roles that you played, what has been your favorite role?
There was just something about Edward. I connected with him on such a deep, like, personal level. There were a lot of experiences that I could relate to, a lot of experiences that I could bring to family members of mine, and I felt like I was really able to. My whole goal with doing theater is to tell stories that like help people, that help them through things, all of that. And I think I was able to do that with Edward.
Yeah, and so when you played Edward, you also actually got a Haya nomination, correct?
Yeah.
Can you explain what the Hayas is?
So the Hayas are, it's basically this huge award show that happens. It's like the Oscars or the Tony Awards, but for musicals in the greater Austin area. So there are categories, obviously Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Production, supporting and featured actors and performers, as well as all sorts of tech categories. So it's this huge award show. They put on this massive production. It's led by Impact Arts, which is the same company that runs the Summer Stock Austin every year. Massive production happens at the Long Center. It's just incredible, and the scale is just amazing.
And that's incredible. And at the same time, you were also an all-stater for choir. So how do you balance everything? How do you balance the choir and?
I've learned to like compartmentalize everything. So whenever I'm going into like a rehearsal for Elf, that is the only thing I'm focusing on. I am putting everything else, all classes, all the other choir stuff, everything else just is gone, just is out the window. And then when I go into like a sectional for choir, that is the only thing I'm focusing on. So I've learned to kind of just hone in on whatever I'm doing at that exact moment, and nothing else matters or affects me.
That is so incredible. What a great skill to learn.
Thank you.
All right, so going back to Buddy, so what's your favorite part about playing Buddy and Elf?
Buddy is such a unique role in that there is no low point of energy. Everything is just bam, bam, bam. You're going the entire time, just the highest energy possible, and you don't really get a break, which is a lot of fun. And just playing off of all of the other characters who a lot of the times are very kind of downtrodden in comparison to Buddy, it's a lot of fun to kind of play off of them the entire show and try and get their moods up within the context of the show.
Wow, so in that, do you have a favorite scene in the show?
Favorite scene? The scene where I am sitting with Michael Hobbs, played by James Bailey, and we're eating cold spaghetti for breakfast, and I end up putting maple syrup on it. If you come to see Elf, I actually do eat actual spaghetti with actual maple syrup on it every show. So you will see me and James legitimately eating spaghetti with maple syrup. And it's really fun to play off of him in that scene in particular.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm so excited. I know the show is going to be so funny. Is there anything else you want everyone to know?
So Elf the Musical happens December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, so this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, the 1st and 2nd, there are shows at 7 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, the 2nd and 3rd, there are also shows at 1 p.m.
All right, thank you so much, Aiden, for joining me here today.
Of course.
Students and faculty, make sure to come see the production of Elf this weekend. With more details on the CPHS Theater Department's Instagram. With CPHS News, I'm Maddie Cooper. Back to the anchors.